of the engagement is strategic partnership for inclusive growth. Inclusive growth, of course, is one of the 8-point agenda headlines of the Tinubu administration. Both governments, that of Nigeria and Colombia, are committed to pulling millions out of poverty, creating a wider middle class during their terms in office. And as such, this visit is a re-engagement, the continuing process of re-engagement with South America and Latin America. Now, Colombia is, of course, the second largest country in South America, with a population of, some say 55 million, some say 52 million. The minister will clarify. But it has also a long history of affinity, of ties with Nigeria. Not only the slave trade, but also, culturally, what was transplanted in Colombia, and the idea is to harness that, especially in a year that has the theme of reparations at the level of the African Union. So these two countries, Nigeria, I don't need to tell you, is the largest country on the continent. And there's trade going on, but we want to improve the level of trade between the two countries. We are already trading in certain agricultural commodities such as sesame seed and cocoa and so forth. Colombia is a major producer of coffee, and we have the land. We've started improving our yield of coffee. We've got good land for the production of Arabica in Mambila, the Mambila Plateau in Taraba State. We've got good land for the production of Robusta coffee in Kogi State and Ekiti State, for instance. We're both oil producers. Actually, Colombia produces oil, and sometimes it also imports. As you can see, we also now, for value addition and for expanding the opportunities, some of our private sector players are even importing crude oil to expand, to refine locally. Dangote refinery is an example. And solid minerals, they have a lot of emeralds. We do a lot of gold, just as they do as well. We've got the presidential artisanal gold mining initiative, so we're looking to learn from each other and expand what we're doing. And then also in the area of counterterrorism, we have the Counterterrorism Center here in Abuja. Colombia has successfully brought an end to insurgencies in the past, and if you look up what they've done with FARC, F-A-R-C, they've successfully brought that insurgency to an end, and we have lessons to learn. We're also making, of course, progress in that area. So this is essentially, in a nutshell, what is captured by the engagement, and we look to build on what already exists. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. We'll hand over to Deputy Minister Hasir.
Well, because it existed before the political consultations, we're working on a bilateral air services agreement and exploring the possibilities of, for instance, Air Peace that is now flying to Brazil, perhaps connecting to Bogota, the capital of Colombia. So that's something that is a low-hanging fruit. Of course, agriculture, which I mentioned, to boost the volume of trade we're doing. And in terms of culture, we have two agreements that are in the pipeline at the moment. There's an audiovisual, there's another cultural agreement. And there are several others that we're looking to key into. Another area is the collaboration on the international stage. We have, Nigeria is championing the United Nations global framework on taxation convention, and Colombia is equally championing a regulation on critical minerals, so that those critical minerals can be identified, easily identified. So they have like a marker, because you can see the direction the world is going. There's going to be more demand for critical minerals, and Nigeria is a major producer, as is Colombia, and we need to ensure that it doesn't create an avenue for nefarious activities, for illegal movement of such critical minerals as the demand increases, and also to avoid conflict. We can already see, some of the challenges we're facing also with gold, for instance, in the northwest, where so there is a correlation between increased mining activity and incidents of conflict. So in order to avoid that, it needs to be properly structured. So these are some of the areas that, in a nutshell, we'll be working on.
Thank you, Minister. We just have 3 more minutes. Please take the last question.
Is implementing the 4 Ds: democracy, demography, development, diaspora, strategic autonomy. We're friends to everybody. We're not just reaching out to South America or Latin America. I'm just coming back from Singapore. So it's the norm. It's a big country. Nigeria has a huge diaspora. There are things for us to do on the global stage. We're expected to lead, and that's what we're doing. We're engaging. So don't just think that because you've seen activities with Brazil and Colombia, it means the focus is, and it's not Manichaean. It doesn't mean if you engage with one country, then automatically you are considering another country as an enemy. That's a very narrow way of looking at it.
Thank you.
International relations. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Ambassador Tuggar. Thank you, Ambassador.